All right, hi, it's Jenny, and today's real funny friend is Amos Gill. He's going to be at a Comedy Works. Is it Larimer Square downtown?
That's it.
Downtown.
I know what I'm talking about.
It's going to be busy. I'm going down tonight, actually. We're going to do Rockies game. There's so much that is going on downtown.
What's going to happen if the Nuggets lose, though? Is it going to be awful vibes out there? 3-0. I need this team to do well for the fate of this city.
Everybody shows up just crying, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Probably.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, especially with the Avs last night losing. It's been, I mean, the whole entire sports thing is out of control right now. But I think you should be good. Denver usually can shake it off. Most of us are Bronco fans, so we're used to it now. So you're going to be at Comedy Works. And we were just talking, so you did radio for a long time before you made the transfer into stand-up.
Well, I did it concurrently. But I did breakfast radio in Australia for 5 years at the 5 a.m. till 9, which I've probably heard more Ed Sheeran. It would have been Taylor Swift, but in Australia at the time it was Ed Sheeran.
Everything, yep.
Ed Sheeran.
Did you go home and have dreams about some of the artists? You're like, I hear the song over and over, even in my dreams.
Well, yeah, I had like a lot of him. Taylor Swift was big, and that's not really my genre of music. And then I switched to rock, which was Death by Foo Fighters. Death by Foo Fighters was in my life.
You're like, well, I went from country to like we do a little bit of everything.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. But it's funny because now the country artists are on my station. I'm like, are we really country?
We would play Foo Fighters, and then our boss would be like, we need to change it up. Let's get Nirvana, because it's still got Dave in it. People want to hear Dave. It's the biggest thing in Australia.
That's awesome.
Yeah, everyone's country now, right?
Yeah.
Once Beyonce went country, how'd that go out here?
Yeah, I don't feel like it's going to be a big thing for her. But again, when you get to be Beyonce, you do whatever you want.
This is true.
Like you can switch it up every day and just be like, you know what I feel like doing today?
I think if she went for like a heavy metal, death metal, screamo.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's absolutely.
That's because like anyone can go like the country, but if she just got out there and was like, I am Satan, that's the career move that I'm looking for her. Why wouldn't you? Have some fun with your career.
I was going to say Paul Kanye, because then it went, once he took that one step and then it was like all the way down, like he fell down those stairs.
Do a Kanye?
Remember when he started changing things
like
up?
Beyonce
And then it
to
was
be
like,
let me tell you something about Judaism. And you go, whoa, Beyonce's taken a weird turn.
You're like, I feel someone check on her. Oh my gosh, she's hanging out with Britney Spears all the time. No, just kidding. Too soon on that one. I'm really bummed about that, because Britney Spears probably when you were. Was that one of the things that you guys would play?
Well, no, she was still in her down period when I was on radio. I was one of these people that was very much like, hey, maybe the conservatorship is there for a reason.
Yeah. We don't know everything.
Britney Spears is really. Have you ever had a friend and then they tell you about their awful boyfriend or girlfriend, and then the way they talk, they're like, yeah, man, they suck. And then you find out more information about the relationship and you're like, oh, my friend's mental.
Yeah.
That's what it is with Britney Spears.
I think we all have one.
Turns out the dad was doing some important work, because as soon as she was let off the hook, she's pulling out 2 knives.
Oh, yeah. And I just feel like, you know, because we get so involved in these stories and stuff like that, because I think that we want to have something, like do something better with our lives and with our world. And then we do this and we're like, so I didn't say we should free her completely. Now, like, everyone's backtracking on what they were trying to say. I'm like,
I think the conservatorship obviously did her. She
but I think
got
it's
her
because
life.
she was so young.
Well, it got her life on track, and I'm like, I can't pay bills. I'm currently in arrears on rent.
Yes.
And I'm like, if I would like, is there a state? Is there is there a state appointed? If Britney Spears' dad is out there and he misses running someone's life,
I need somebody to adopt me into a conservatorship. Is what we're saying. Okay, I think that's a good idea for a lot of us, because she just keeps like going to like Hawaii. Like, could you imagine you just wake up and you're like, I'm gonna go spend $1 million on a trip this weekend? Like, no.
I could imagine that. Listen. My favorite place in the world is Colorado.
Okay.
I've got a girlfriend whose family are extremely wealthy.
Oh,
I've
okay.
absolutely lucked it out. And their family thing, and I kept talking to people last night like this was relatable, but I was like, yeah, I love Colorado. I spend all my Christmases at Beaver Creek. And they were like, all right.
Yeah, you're like that's not how the most of us do.
I was not aware that was not like a regular. I was like, yes, we do Beaver Creek. We go to Splenditos and the chalet. We all do that, right?
Doesn't everybody live like this in Colorado? No.
But it's the best.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like, I just think if I had money, I would 100% live out. Like, you'd want to tour and then you'd want to live in the mountains.
Oh yeah.
The summer,
I agree.
The rafting's good.
Yep.
The skiing's good.
Yes. I don't ski, but yeah.
You don't ski? No,
I've lived here my whole life. I'm like, meh. I think it's funny, like all the people that move here to ski, and then some of us that are natives are like, no, just never. There's too many people.
It's almost impossible to not sound like a douche when you say, do you ski?
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way. I mean, that's pop collar. Like I got a little thing, like sweater tied around my shoulders.
If white privilege had a few words behind it, it would be, do you ski? It's really hard to be like, hey, come out and support me this weekend at the comedy club. I need your money. Do you ski? I ski.
I just spent the day in the Beaver Creek. All good.
Let me tell you, these Nautica boots don't come cheap. I need.
So, but you're like, you know, you're kind of, you have a sugar mama.
My girlfriend's family are German.
So you have a sugar mama.
But what happened was my girlfriend's family, they have a steel company in near Chicago, and they booked me for a gig.
Oh.
And then the dad's like German, and he was like, have you met my daughter?
You're like,
she lives in LA also, and she thinks you are cute. Now I go to Beaver Creek for my Christmases. And like it was the best gig I've ever had in my life.
all joking aside, does she have a brother?
She does. His name is Johannes Benedict, and he's at USC. He's only 18, so get your hands off him.
No. Yeah, I know. I just read this week that if you have a younger man and you're kind of like a cougar, that your life is not as, like, you're not going to live as long.
You're not going to live as long.
I was like, have they not checked in with Cher? Because Cher's been living forever off the young blood.
I thought the whole idea of Hollywood is you find young people and you take the adrenochrome out of their head to stay looking good. Anyway.
Oh my God. I don't want to die either. I feel like I'm going to get hit by lightning right now in the studios. But I got to check him out. Comedy Works in Larimer Square. It is Amos Gill. Thank you for stopping by.
I got to say, my show will be good, but it will not be as the funniest thing I saw in Denver was 6 months ago. I was transferring through the airport, and it's a big airport. I saw Chris Christie, ex-Republican candidate, bigger gentleman. And he was transferring and had to walk from one gate to the other, and it was a long walk, and I waddled behind him for about 35 minutes, and he was out of breath 5 times. Probably the best thing I've ever seen in Denver was New Jersey Governor Chris Christie taking multiple breaks and stopping at the Chick-fil-A.
Have you ever been down to the Comedy Works in Larimer Square?
I was there last night, and everyone says it's the best comedy club in America, and it did not disappoint.
Yeah.
So
you got to walk around afterwards downtown, too.
Yeah. And if you want to
More
come
stories.
out, I've got a young German rich boy who I can pimp out to you. I got that steal money coming your way.
I feel like the dad's not going to care. He already got 1-1. Oh my gosh. Jenny's real funny friends.